Life always has to end, no matter how good or bad it is. Life will always end. You will die. Whether you die an unfortunate death well under the average life expectancy, whether you live a successful and fulfilled life, or whether you live a regretful, negative life, we all die in the end. I think this is similar to chess, because in chess, the game will end one way or another. You win, they win, or there's a draw. You might win from a successful strategy that you execute, but again, game did end. You might win by luck, but the game ended. Or you might lose, whether that's because they're way better than you, whether it's because you're just unlucky, or it was an even match, you played for a long time, and eventually you lose. I suggest you get better. The game always ends. Chess and life have many similarities. In chess and in life, there are many variables. Therefore, there are many different possible outcomes. In life, there are infinite possibilities because of all the variables in life. Anything that you can't control in life is a variable. This is similar to chess. In chess, there are 16 pieces on each side for each person. 16 pieces you don't control, 16 pieces you do control. Each piece has different movement abilities. This causes all the variables to just multiply together, leading to millions of possibilities. In fact, after only 3 moves, there are 120 million different possible arrangements of chess pieces on the board. You have an advantage if you think ahead. In chess, a good strategy is to come up with a trap to take one of their pieces without losing anything, or by sacrificing something small. In order to do this, you must think ahead about what they could do to stop this and what you need to do to cause this. In life, it is similar, but instead of an opponent, it is everything in life that you can't control. This point goes along with the saying, think before you do. Simple. You can ruin your position or even ruin your whole game with 1 to 3 bad decisions. I can think of many ways to ruin my life just with one action or one decision. I obviously am going to avoid these things because I do not want to live a ruined life. But hypothetically, if I were to go to my nearest McDonald's and punch the cashier in the face, this would not necessarily ruin my whole life, but at least ruin the next 3 months of my life. For instance, I could have got bought back after punching them, could cause injuries that could last a couple months. I would most likely get the cops called on me and definitely get in trouble with my parents. Just by this one action, a series of unfortunate events would occur, ruining my position or my whole life. This is similar to chess because if you make one wrong move, you could end up giving away your queen in exchange for nothing. The queen is the strongest piece in the game. So if you did this would most likely ruin your whole game unless you have your greatest comeback of your life. You have to make sacrifices to reach your long-term goals. In chess, the goal is obviously to win, to checkmate the king. Now, giving away your queen in exchange for nothing is not what you want to do. But sacrificing your queen in order to checkmate your opponent is a good idea. This is similar to life because you have to make sacrifices. For example, if you want to create a successful business for yourself, you have to work on that business for most of the hours in the day. This means you're going to have to miss out on spending time with friends and family, and you will have to miss out on leisure activities such as playing video games, watching Netflix, those type of things that use up your precious time that you could otherwise be working. Another example is if you literally sacrifice your whole life to save someone else's. Now that is a fulfilling life and you won if you did that. Or donating one of your organs, sacrificing and risking your health to improve someone else's. The more awareness you have, the less mistakes you will make. When you play chess, if you know every square that every piece has control over, then you are way more likely to win the game than if you didn't. This is similar to life, because if school started on August 20th and I got ready for school on August 15th, I would waste my whole morning getting ready just because I didn't have enough awareness on when the first day of school is. Another example is if you are in a fight with someone. If you have that spatial awareness to stay in the fighting area in the best position, and you have the awareness of your opponent, and you can predict what they're doing, then you have a way better chance of winning that fight and making less mistakes. Every decision you make either harms you, helps you, or is insignificant, and even then, most insignificant decisions harm you. I think a lot of the points I made in this video sum up to this statement. Another quote I like to recite is, "There are 3 types of people in this world. The people who know what they're doing, the people who don't care what they're doing, and the people who don't know what they're doing." If you know what you're doing, then you are enjoying what you're doing, you're interested, you're fully engaged, and you are aware. If you don't know what you're doing, then you're oblivious, you're unaware of what's happening. You might like it if you knew how to do it, but if you don't care, you know what you're doing, you're aware of the situation, but you are uninterested, which is fine. What is not fine is being unaware. Thank you for watching my little discussion about the similarities between life and chess.